Citadel is doubling down on AI. Founder Ken Griffin says the company is in talks to instate an enterprise-wide license for OpenAI's artificial intelligence application, ChatGPT. Yahoo Finance's Dan Howley has the details. So, Dan, what does this entail?
Yeah, this would go basically across everything that Citadel has. They're looking at, potentially using this to help put together, everything from maybe portfolios to presentations. That's what ChatGPT has the power to do. And it's interesting because we've seen so much kind of backlash from ChatGPT. I think when people first started looking at it, they kind of considered it, that this was going to be something like a be-all, end-all for artificial intelligence. And the reality is it's not. It's still something that's being tested. OpenAI is, basically telling people that. Microsoft with its Bing, which is based on an enhanced version of ChatGPT, also telling people that. So, this is something that we're going to continue to see moving forward. But with Citadel, it's interesting just because it's such a powerful company, obviously, when it comes to Wall Street. And, we've seen pushback from other Wall Street firms saying, look, we don't want to use ChatGPT at this point. We're not sure that it's the right move at this time, maybe in the future. But at this point, it's just not ready for prime time. Citadel, meanwhile, Ken Griffin going, well, we'll dive headfirst and see where it takes us.
Yeah. Are we tired of talking about ChatGPT yet until the next thing? No, we're not. We're going to be talking about it much more, Dan. Sorry. It is interesting that you bring this up, that the other Wall Street banks have been a little more cautious, because when I saw this story, I thought, it's interesting because I have mostly been thinking about ChatGPT in the context of the tech world. And here we are talking about it in finance, which led me to think about what other kinds of applications in other industries. And I know it's super early, right? But surely this is something that a lot of companies that are not directly in the tech industry are thinking about right now.
Yeah, look, this thing can help put together code. It can help you put together small presentations, as I said, letters, basic documents, things like that. So there are ways that this would be able to help do away with some mundane tasks and automate them to a degree, right? Now, what that means for employees, whether or not it'll actually take off in that direction, that all remains to be seen, but it does have that potential. And I think, if it's given time to grow, it could be a really impressive and important app. The important thing, I think, to point out, though, is this is still very early innings, as you were saying. And also, it's not what's considered general artificial intelligence. That's what people think, like Skynet or something like that, or, a robot that's self-aware or something along those lines. This is predictive text to like the nth degree. So, the way it's kind of been discussed to me is, when you type into your smartphone keyboard, when it gives you suggestions for the next word, and if you just keep tapping, it'll keep providing you a new sentence. So that's essentially what this is to a greater degree. It's not exactly going to be the end-all, be-all, though. So we have to see where it goes at this point.
Yeah, we're not at the point where I can just look at my phone and it'll know what I want to text before I even. No, we're not there. Okay, thanks, Dan.
Constantly saying duck. I never mean to type duck.
Yes, why hasn't it figured it out yet? All right, thanks so much, Dan. Appreciate it.